Hi everybody. We're going to continue talking about writing out sample spaces today. And if you will remember, a sample space is simply a list of all the possible outcomes given an experiment. So for instance, when we flipped a coin, we could get heads, we could get tails. That's the sample space. Just when I flip this coin, what could be the outcome? So we used Make a List. We learned how to make a rectangle model to help us find out how many outcomes there would be if we were combining events. And a tree diagram is for the same thing, that if you're trying to combine events, first one thing happens and then another. What are all the combinations of events? Just like the rectangle was a good model for that, so is a tree diagram. So you need plenty of paper for this because you need to be able to spread out. You can pretty much count on needing one side of a piece of paper for every tree diagram that you do. So let's start out with a sample. And this is just like the work that I asked you to do for your independent work yesterday. So you were at a cafe and after you chose the filling for your sandwich, you were choosing your greens. Remember, either lettuce or spinach. And then you were choosing some kind of a topping, either sprouts, avocado, or carrot. And here's how you do a tree diagram instead of a rectangle model. So we're going to take the first decision you need to make. And it's either going to be lettuce or spinach. See how I have that spread out on my paper? You need to do the exact same thing or you're going to run out of room. So if I choose lettuce, I could choose to have sprouts with that. So lettuce sprouts is one combo. I could do the lettuce avocado combo. That sounds pretty tasty. I could do the lettuce carrot combo. And same thing with the spinach. I could go with spinach and sprouts. I could go with spinach and avocado. Or I could go spinach and carrots. So I'm going to take my highlighter so that we can really visualize how many different combinations we have. I've got the lettuce sprouts, lettuce avocado, lettuce carrot. I've got the spinach and sprouts, the spinach and avocado, or the spinach and carrots. So let's see. If each path represents a different combo, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 combinations. And that's a tree diagram. Okay, so there's sample number 1. Let's take a look at our second sample. So let's say you're going on a trip and you're going to be very, very limited in what you can bring either on the plane or maybe you're even traveling in a helicopter. That'd be cool. So you have to choose a small carry-on bag. So you can either bring a backpack, a tote, or a string pack. Then in your bag, I guess the plane or the helicopter is concerned about weight. You can only bring an iPad or one book. So our first decision is about the carry-on. And again, you're going to want to spread this way out, kids. So I could choose to bring a backpack. I could choose to bring my tote bag. Or I could bring a little string pack. And you're doing this with me. And if I choose the backpack, I could bring my iPad. I could bring my book. If I'm bringing a tote bag, I could bring on the iPad, or I could bring a book. With my string pack, I have the same choices, iPad or a book. So again, I have 2 possible combinations if I use the backpack, 2 possible combinations if I'm bringing my tote, and 2 possible combinations if I'm bringing the string pack. So in this instance, again, each path represents, or each branch represents, a different combination. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different combinations. Because I had 3 choices for my first decision and 2 choices for my second decision. All right, so there's sample number 2. Let's look at number 3. Let's see, I'm running out of room here. Let me get a new piece of paper. So we're talking about sandwiches again. And we have the option to choose a bread first. So we could get a wrap, a pita pocket, or a roll. Then we can either choose to have tofu, cheese, or veggies in our sandwich. So remember, you're going to take the first decision that you need to make. You take those choices and you spread them out on your page. Wrap, pita, or roll. Now, I've got tofu, cheese, or veggies. And I think I'm going to start abbreviating because I don't really feel like writing tofu, cheese, veggies over and over. So I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to say, if I choose a wrap, I could get tofu. I could choose the wrap and select cheese. I could choose the wrap and get veggies. Or if I'm doing the pita pocket, I could get tofu, cheese, or veggies. Same thing with the roll. I could get tofu, cheese, or veggies. So if I went wrap tofu, wrap cheese, wrap veggies, there were 3 choices already. I've got 3 more combinations with the pita pocket and 3 more combinations with the roll. So that I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 combinations. And each of these paths or branches on our tree represents a different combination. All right, last one. Looks like we're talking about a day at the beach now. I'm going to do this one completely with abbreviations. And honestly, this is how most people usually do their tree diagrams. So I'm going to start right here. If I go to the beach and I only have time for one activity, I could choose to surf, to boogie board, or fly a kite. Then I'm going to choose what time of day I want to go to the beach. The morning, lunchtime, afternoon, or evening. So again, I'm just going to abbreviate. So for surf, I can surf, I could boogie board, I could fly a kite. If I choose to surf, I could go morning, afternoon. Oops, I'm going to keep these in order. I could go morning, lunchtime, afternoon, or evening. If I'm going to boogie board, and that would definitely be my choice, I could go morning, I could go at lunchtime, I could boogie board in the afternoon, or I could boogie board in the evening. Same thing if I choose to fly a kite. I could fly my kite in the morning, I could fly my kite at lunch, I could fly my kite in the afternoon, or I could go kite flying in the evening. So the question is, how many different combinations do I have? Is this all on here for you to see? Yeah, there we go. So I could have surfing in the morning, surfing at lunchtime, surfing in the afternoon, or surfing in the evening. Then I have these 4 combinations if I boogie board, and these 4 combinations if I choose to fly a kite. So How many total combinations are there? Let's count the branches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there are 12 combinations. And that's how you make a tree diagram. No independent work today. I think just having these 4 samples down is plenty. I want you to save these tree diagrams because we're going to be working with them tomorrow. So put these in a safe place and have them ready to go when you get started with your work tomorrow. All right, kids, have a great day. Bye-bye.